What's up, everybody? We're your Tuesday night delight here on the Realm of Collectors YouTube channel. Welcome to another brand new episode of Breaking the Mold, episode 194. I'm Harrican BX. Let's say what's up to the rest of the crew. Brian Brink, I'll start with you. How you doing, Brian?
Good. I just got these. Just figuring out how to turn these notifications off. All these shirtless men are showing up on my Facebook feed today. It's fucking crazy.
It's
ridiculous. Ridiculous. Woo! All right, put an end to that. Things are good, man. I after work today, I watched the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man on Netflix.
Look at
I think
you,
I've
smart
only
face.
seen it maybe once before.
For
That's
real?
not
Which
bad.
one? The first one or the second one?
Yeah, the first one.
First one,
where
amazing.
she
Amazing
lives
Spider-Man.
at the end. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
It's good. And I tell you, man, that Emma Stone, I haven't seen many movies. I think I've seen Zombieland stuff. She's got that cool, like, husky voice. I dig that.
Mhm.
Kind of like how Lindsay Lohan had before she went nuts.
You need to
I know
watch
what
the what was the
Scarlet Letter or whatever it was.
No. She just did the Disney one.
La La Land.
No.
The
1001 Dalmatians.
I saw that at your
Oh,
house.
Cruella.
Yeah, I was actually at your house when I saw that.
Oh,
What do you think of Amazing Spider-Man? Like, did it hit any different now? Like after watching this last one and seeing all that?
Yeah, it's like I mean, I thought the special effects were good and stuff. I mean, I don't know anymore. The way they do these special effects, I don't know what's real, what's fake. I thought it was good. I liked the demeanor. I tell you, man, I haven't seen Uncle Ben die in a long time. That really hit me kind of hard, actually. So yeah, but no, I did enjoy it. It was pretty cool. I forgot that they had a little preamble story to Peter's parents in there.
Yeah.
So I kind of dug that.
I thought that's what I was like. I think that's probably the part I didn't like. Like, I get that they were trying to do something different, like, and maybe give the parents like some backstory. They had the father, I guess, like involved in, the creation of the spider powers or whatever over at Oscorp. But I don't know. Like, I just felt like they kind of spent too much time on that sort of stuff. And I was like, I didn't really find that particularly interesting. But I thought, like, again, like, I always thought he himself was good, like as Spider-Man and as like Peter Parker, even though he did play too cool of a Peter Parker. Like, he seemed cool to me, not one of those dudes that would kind of be picked on, like at school or whatever, even though they did depict him getting picked on by Flash and stuff like that. But he seemed cool to me, like, you know what I'm saying? And I thought he did both roles well, I thought he was good.
Yeah,
I just thought the movies weren't great.
He pulled off being an awkward kid, I thought. Maybe not in school itself, but in other situations. Yeah.
And I love his smart assy Spider-Man. Like, he's one of the few that actually love that every time.
Cracking the jokes and the one-liners. Yeah. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, with a New York accent too.
That's crazy.
So,
An English
he's
guy
British.
with a better New York accent.
Exactly.
well, no, Garfield's not English, is he?
Is
Yes,
he
sir.
is.
Yes, sir.
They're all fucking English. They all turn out to be English.
Tobey Maguire's the only one who wasn't. Look where that went.
I mean, I guess that's why they're such good actors, because they're always pretending to be from somewhere else. That was crazy.
ouch.
I thought I had another piece of news. No? Yes? No? Yes? No. I'm good.
Nothing else? That's it? Nothing else? All right. Well, if anything, just bring it up. It'll come back to you. Next up, we got Big Dom. What's up, dude?
What's going on, guys?
How you?
Hi, Dom.
Hi, JD.
Hi, buddy.
My week was, nothing exciting. Been working a lot. I actually worked the whole weekend through because
What? Look at you working.
I actually
Working your way around a pool.
Yeah, working my way around a six-pack. But no, I just really fucking busy with work, and hopefully it's all done by the end of this week, because it's like this month is like usually my busy month. So So I got like three filings to do by the end of the month, and like this one particular filing that I deal with, I used to be just like a support person. Like I just support the individual who was the lead, and now I'm the lead because the individual who used to be the lead is kind of a fuck up. So
maybe he just didn't have good help, you know?
it's a she. It's a she.
Maybe she just didn't have a good assistant.
Yeah, well, you know,
Maybe her assistant was making her look bad. Now,
well, there's
where
three
you at,
people.
Dom?
Like, you know, there's three people supporting this program. Like, so it's a large program. I'm one of the three. So now
one of the three.
Yeah.
Squeaky wheel gets the grease, you know, Dom. That's what they say.
So you must have been doing great work, because if you're lead now, that means that, you know.
I think I told this story already. Like my company does phishing exercises, like, you know, for protection of malware and our computers. So like they'll test us every month and send like a fake email with like a link. And usually the emails are like, you know, from Google or Chase Bank or, you know, an insurance company or something like that. And if you don't open it up, you pass. But like if you open it up and click the link, you fail.
Okay,
And,
so
if you fail more than, like, if you fail 4 times in a rolling calendar year, you pretty much are penalized. Like you get like let go for a month without pay.
Damn,
and then
that's crazy.
Then like the 5th time you do it in a rolling calendar, like in a 12-month calendar year, you get fired. So
Yikes. See, so now you say that, right? And I'm wondering, because at my job email, I get like the PDFs, and it'll be like, you know, like roofing services or like a loan type thing, and it's just a PDF, like with the fucking. But like we
chat with me later.
See, but in Outlook we have the like the preview. So like if you're just previewing it, does that count? Does that count?
Yeah, it counts.
No. You're previewing it, or you're supposed to actually open it up, because our Outlook has like a little button that says report this email as phishing. So like if you can't hit that button unless you open up the email, where you fail is basically if you open up any attachments on the email, or you or you hit like a hyperlink or a link to a website or something like that.
Yeah, I worked for a pretty big government subcontractor for like 10 years, and they used to hit us with that same thing. Like they'd send they'd send out those fake security emails, and if you messed up, you'd be pulled into security.
I love it, man. So I kind of work in that field, and like I love it because like they do it to us too, and I immediately recognize them, and I submit them to the phishing team, and then you get an email back being like, "Shh, don't tell anyone else." But yes, this was a practice exercise. You know, the funny thing is sometimes my company will send out official shit that I really have no interest in reading, and I'll send that to phishing.
Like you were wrong this time.
But
I do the same thing, Brian. Like I literally every corporate communications, like email or any, like, you know, HR email that comes to me, I literally delete them all, because and then my boss will be like, "Oh, did you read that corporate communications the other day?" I'm like, "No, I reported to phishing. It didn't look right."
It didn't look legit.
The funny thing is, you know, Dom, they're just fishing you the wrong way. They send you an email saying Shatterglass Jetfire's back in stock at Hasbro Pulse. You're fucking on that thing.
I'm gonna hit that link. I'm gonna hit that link.
So you slept on that piece, Dom?
So let me ask, like, why do they do this?
Well, it's protecting their systems, because there's been in the past where some a-hole who loves to sit in their mother's basement, that loves to fucking hack computers, programs from corporate securities and stuff like that. And so they basically, like, you know, in the past, this has happened before, where somebody's received an email, and it was there was a virus that basically put our servers down for, you know, a couple hours. So to avoid all that, they just basically enrolled this program and obviously put consequences on it. So they test us every month. And
that's crazy. Though. I haven't heard about that though. Like about that, like they're always just sending warnings, like be careful, don't click any links, like that.
Yeah, we started like that. And then like our company started like going, yeah, no, we better, you know, we're gonna get this, you know,
Well,
you're not going to just get a timeout. You're going to get a fucking slap.
So the thing is, like, JD, you might not follow these types of news stories. They might not come across your feed, but there are things that sometimes come out in the news, man. Like, the Houston Metropolitan Hospital system went down because somebody clicked the link in there. Someone sent them something with a virus, and like all of a sudden, like all the computers had ransomware on them, and then the hospital's down. Type shit. That's why they do that kind of stuff.
I think it happened to Dave's company, and Dave was like, they were down for
happens to them all the time. It seems.
Yeah.
His people like to click links.
That's crazy. How are you doing otherwise, Tom? Everything good? How was the weekend?
Good, yeah. Weekend, it was good. Like, I didn't do much toy hunting because I was working, but other than that, like, everything was great.
Nice.
Enjoying. I can't wait for the 4th of July weekend coming up.
Oh shit, that's right. Yep.
Womp womp.
Holiday.
I'm going to be traveling around the whole fucking tri-state area this weekend, so it's not like really fun for me, but
maybe I'll take a trip myself. I'll see. I don't know. Undecided.
Yeah,
all right.
Come on down.
All right. Next up, the beard of useless knowledge. JD, what's up, man?
Hey, everybody.
You're back in your usual spot now. I got used to the other angle for a couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah. Computer was already down here. I didn't feel like moving it.
So what's good, man?
Life is good.
Life is good.
Friends are good.
An eventful weekend, right? Got to see some friends, right?
Yeah. Hung out with Dust and Brian and Vinny and.
Was it a special occasion?
Did Dom come through? Did Dom come through? Dom didn't come through.
And Wes
Dude, I've been to this place.
Here, yeah.
Place. I never stayed at his place. I've been to his place, but I never stayed at his place.
First time you didn't even come in.
Missing out.
The first time I didn't come in because I didn't want your ex-girlfriend to like kill me.
Yeah, right.
The evil one.
But yeah, it was a fun weekend. Hung out and played with some toys and had some laughs and
nice.
Went back to work today.
Oh, today. All right, nice. So today was like your Monday. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Today's always my Monday.
Yeah. So nice long weekend. So that's cool, man. That's cool. Yeah. All right. And we got a guest tonight. Ricky, what's up, dude?
What's going on, gentlemen? Thanks for having me.
Of course. What's going on?
For popping in.
Nah, nothing much, man. Just hanging out. Saw open invite. I said, are you sure about an open invite? I mean, anybody?
Anybody. Even you. Moving
on up.
For Ricky, we're spread eagle.
Oh, loving it. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, and so to that point, if anybody's watching right now live, we are open tonight. So the link is in the Realm of Collectors Facebook group, or just hit me up and I'll send it to you and just join us tonight. Open show. We want to kind of do these like once a month on Breaking the Mold, like just have an open, like sort of hangout show and just discuss like whatever and just have different people on at least once a month, maybe more, depending on the circumstances. So everything good, Ricky? You good? What's happening?
Yeah, nothing much, man. We're working
what
like
you been
crazy.
Up to?
Work like constantly, it feels like. Got some new stuff in. I got in the Radiotron up there. He's up there on that shelf.
Which one is that?
The Raiden.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How do you like those things?
They aren't without issue, but they're pretty good for an overall set. Like I think like if we're saying that they're definitively Zeta, the Bruticus is the strongest of the three, and the Superion's the weakest of the three. I think this one kind of falls right in the middle of them.
Right in the middle. Nice.
So, but it's not bad. I like it. I don't care anything about the character. I don't know anything about the character.
I was about to ask.
It's just I'm OCD, and I had 2 Decepticon ones up there and only 1 Autobot one, and it bothered me. And XTB's taking forever with that Defensor, so I had to get something up there.
Oh yeah, I feel like the Autobots get shortchanged with the in the combiner game and stuff.
Yeah.
So like that's cool. Again, I'm not really familiar with that character either, but I was tempted, and it's weird, right? Because the third party Zeta whatever doing that, and then of course the official, Takara.
That thing looks like a little baby though. People argue about that's the right size, but that they call it a masterpiece and it's like a chug size. I don't know what.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
I started seeing the pictures now that I guess it's starting to come out, and like you saw them just compared to the other masterpieces. It was small, like it was almost like maybe a little bit bigger than the MP cars, but it was that smaller than Ironhide, like. So yeah, so I guess maybe they did that for stability reasons. Like I don't know, have we seen the full combiner from Takara yet?
They said the overall measurement is supposed to be the size of Combiner Wars. It's supposed to be 17 inches at when it's all said and done.
17.
So it's short. And the Takara, I guess what everybody's saying, like Chuck, most of y'all know Chuck, he's big into trains and stuff, and he said that's what Takara was shooting for, that their trains are like accurate as all get out. And then the bots and the combiner thing was just kind of a secondary thought.
See, but 17 or 18, I mean, that's not terrible. Like, I know it's not like the Zeta scale or whatever, but this is the first time like Takara is doing something like this, like a combine in this masterpiece. Like, even again, it's called the masterpiece, right? But they have that G thing attached to it, which makes me think it's like trying to be something different.
Something slightly different.
Maybe that's why it's scaled down, maybe like just to make sure it's all put together well. But I haven't seen a picture of the thing yet. So, but I think I remember seeing a silhouette, and I was like, maybe it's just the way the angle they took the picture of the silhouette, but it didn't. I was like,
had lots of stuff hanging off of it and waffles everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm like,
compared to that you got, like now I'm seeing pictures of like people posting their shots of it all put together, and it looks diesel and beefy, like he looks intimidating, like
it's a big dude.
So it looks awesome. Looks awesome, and it's funny that you're like, I don't know anything about it, because I was gonna ask. I was like, you know anything about the characters?
Like no, it's all about balancing. Like I have Devastator there, and once Defensor comes up, I'll get them together, and then I'll have 3 and 3 up there. I mean, it's got. I'm OCD, well CDO, because that's alphabetical, like it's supposed to be. But I'm OCD, so I like everything balanced. So,
are you collecting the what is that? The fans hobby stuff like that? That's like the Master Force stuff, like the Power Master Prime and the Overlord and stuff. Where you getting any of that?
I have fans hobbies Overlord down there. The double dealer, not double dealer,
Double Evil.
Double Evil. Yeah. I have him. He's fucking massive. Me too. So that's one of the ones I'm gonna have a hard time giving up, because I'm changing out some of my stuff, but it's pretty good.
Okay, because you got the train. So I was just wondering if you did any of the other like Japanese sort of exclusive boxes.
I have. It's hard to see, but I do have the Leo Kaiser Prime, the one where he's a lion, and then I have the Dragon Megatron that goes with him over there. I mean, that's just because I got that Lion Prime, and it's a freaking awesome figure. It has like metal swords and everything. And I really liked it. And then I found out later that his Megatron was a dragon one. I was like, I'll go off and get that too then, I guess, so they can balance each other.
Nice. All right. Sweet. Yep. All right. Well, thanks for joining us tonight. Sure. And like I said, guys, anybody who wants to join, please join us tonight. We're going to be open all night. We usually have so much fun on that post-show hangout. So this is basically the same thing.
What?
So, cut it. Short, just so if mom wants to mess with it.
So last night, 7 years of ETR, basically Realm of Collectors on YouTube and stuff like that. Huge milestone. Ricky was one of the ones that sent in like a video, man. Truly like appreciate that. Very nice. Especially, being so new and stuff. That was nice for you to do. Really appreciate it.
It was I put in this thing. Yeah, I get so just twice. I actually had to record that video like 3 times, dude. Like I'll be like, the first one was too long. I was trying to keep under the minute mark like they were asking, and then I was choking up. Like I choked up a little much on that. That's why at the end of mine I was like, I'm not crying, you're crying, Jose, because I knew.
I was good until seeing like with the first set of videos that Dustin. It was like, oh man, just hearing the people like just saying what they're saying, man. It's just nice. It's nice that it resonates with people. Like it's cool. And that's why a lot of us just show up every week. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to do good show, do good content and stuff like that. But you know, at the end of the day, where if I could use that, Dom, we're all buddies hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Like we're having a good time. You know, so I think that's what we look forward to the most.
Yeah,
so
just hanging out.
Yeah. Any thoughts on that? Like JD or Dom, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys have been part of this for a while, doing this show and stuff like that. You know?
So, like, I had an idea for a video and I just didn't get to do it. But yeah, man, it's like this stuff is just the background. You know what I mean? People don't understand. You get in these conversations. Yeah, I have this and I have this and I have that and I can't wait for this to come out. And it's like, yeah, that's cool and all, but like, yeah, bring it in. You know what I mean? Come on.
Yep. I mean, this past weekend at your place, like a perfect example of that. Like it shows that, you know, what we're doing here, you know, it is cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, a lot of us, you know, treat each other like family, you know what I'm saying? And doing stuff like that. You know,
our fucking family,
you know, and you're hanging out, you know what I'm saying, and spending weekends and stuff like that, you know, and it's the perfect example of we say, like, you don't have to wait for a convention or anything like that to do stuff like that. Just get up, you know what I'm saying, make plans and do it, you know. So
yeah, we're all a bunch of uncomfortable, you know, awkward people to begin with, you know, and it's just nice for all of us to be in the same room. And
agreed.
It you know, the toys were the introduction, you know. So that was the breaking the ice part. Oh, you like Transformers too? Oh, you like Ninja Turtles? Oh, I love Star Wars too, you know.
Yeah.
And then
it's nice to get past that. You know, it's fun to do that, but then we get to that point, like we're talking about our families, we're talking about our jobs, we're talking about our kids. You know, that's really when it kind of really starts.
Yeah, it goes to a real level, you know.
Yeah. Like I got a thing like again when we were talking about like all seeing each other at Bobby's a few weeks ago, like I could barely remember if I had a toy conversation. Like I'm not sure if I had, maybe 1, 2 like small ones, you know what I'm saying? But like everything else was just, hey, how you doing? Family, what, you know, work, what's happening? Like it was just catching up with everybody, you know, because you don't get to see each other like that in person too often. So yeah, it was good.
I don't even think I went down into the basement the whole time I was there. I went down there like once or twice, but you know. But yeah, like same thing. I don't think I really talked about toys at all the whole time I was there.
It's not what it's about at the core, you know what I'm saying? So like 7 years, man, like it's just a nice milestone. It's pretty incredible, you know what I'm saying? And you know, cheers to more. You know, cheers to more. We're right behind them. I think we're like probably like at the 4 or 5 year mark ourselves. I don't think we celebrated this year. We just kind of glossed over it. We'll party next year.
Yeah, that's it.
So we got like a pretty big bombshell, man. Like I was scrolling the interwebs, Facebook, as you know, and then it's like I saw a post about oops, looks like a somebody at Hasbro fucked up. And they posted, or at least on the website on Hasbro Pulse, there was a listing for a G.I. Joe classified series, Cobra Hiss Tank, a HasLab project apparently, but it hasn't been announced yet. So I guess people browsing the website found this listing that we could only assume, of course, was accidentally posted because I think it's now since been deleted.
Yeah. A friend of mine sent me a picture. They didn't even have he sent me a screenshot. They didn't even have a picture of the Hiss Tank. They just had the listing and the price. So they even removed the picture really fast.
Yeah.
How much was it?
I'm sharing it right here.
Yep. So it looks like the price is going to be $299.99, and so I think like let's get into this because I feel like some of the comments I saw were overwhelmingly positive, but I did see a couple that were like, man, 300, fuck that, like no way, not worth it.
Box with wheels.
Yeah,
So
I got schooled on that because I thought the old school 3 3/4 was like $100, and a couple guys in a chat group that I'm in, they're like, no, it was like $70, and then it was like $25 after a while, so it was nowhere near that.
Well, I mean, no, I mean it's not that much, right? Like,
I mean, all the
what was the retro one that just came out?
Yeah, the retro one. It was $20. $20.
I think
it was like $25.
I think isn't that the picture of it right there? Is that the retro
Yeah.
one? The photo?
That like so that's what I'm curious about. Like, is this thing gonna be like a remolded, or are they just blowing up the old one?
Dude, the treads better work for $300.
Yeah.
So listen, so that's what I mean. So there's the speculation, right? Like you're almost like thinking about it from like the lower price point kind of point of view. Like so for 300, that thing's gonna be $300. There's gonna be a lot put into it, right? Like I'm assuming rolling treads. There's gonna be accessories through the ass, like you know what I'm saying? Like no, like what do you guys think?
It better come with a cardboard backdrop.
A cardboard backdrop, you said.
Yeah.
They come with a fucking bazooka.
Has anybody
piles of
got any of the HasLab stuff in the past?
Of course.
Yeah, I got a Unicron mitten box. I got a Sentinel mitten box. I got a Sky Striker coming.
Brian used to have a Unicron mitten box. He forgot to tell you.
All right, here we go. So yeah, Ricky, these things are $25, dude.
Yeah, that's what I think it was Matt was telling me in the group chat. He's like, yeah, they weren't that high. Because I even said I'm not big on 3 3/4, so I could definitely be wrong on that. I just thought they were expensive.
So classified though is 6-inch though, right? That's
that's only double the size, but double the price. You would think it'd be $80. Let's round up to $80.
Well, no, but that's not true, right? The Necker turtle van was $250. The Super 7 turtle van's $500. JD just got the third-party turtle van in. I forget what that was running.
That was
200,
240,
250. What?
230. I got it.
Wow.
230.
Yeah.
This thing's so fucking huge too.
So you got this. I mean, I'm curious to see what the stretch goals are going to be to make it like even more worth it. Also, I'm expecting free shipping. So, I mean, it seems right up the alley. However, as you know, his tank's not that much of a complicated design. I actually built one this weekend. JD's house. I even put those stickers on. I was quite proud of myself. But as we can see here, I mean, they just searched for Hiss and they found this, right? So this is the listing for the Megatron. This is the listing for the vintage one or whatever. And then here you can see here the broken link, like they didn't have the picture ready. So that's a shame. Imagine if they leaked the picture. That would have been cool.
Yeah. That's what I'm curious about.
I wish they would just quit hiding stuff. Don't hide the stretch goals. Say up front what all the stretch goals are. Show everything up front and let us work for it.
There's a live stream tomorrow on YouTube, 11 a.m. Eastern time on the Hasbro channel, where they're going to be talking about this.
They're gonna announce.
I wonder if the stoner guy was in charge of his tank.
No. That's Transformers, man.
He's the Transformers guy.
But one of the presenters that's usually on her Instagram, she basically posted a GIF of his tanks coming. So they ain't hiding it. They know that the news is out there. So tomorrow we call the news.
Okay, so we just gotta wait till tomorrow then for the reveal then. So not too bad. So $299, like I don't know. Your guys are saying simple design. What do you think is gonna go into that then for them to command the price point?
For $300, like Dom said, those treads better work.
Yeah, the
electronics. It better have electronics in it. Working treads.
Well, no, you can keep your electronics. Like I can do all that shit. Like.
He's like, if I want it done right, I'll do it myself.
Yeah, I'm like old great wizard.
It better
build my own Hiss tank with booze and hookers. In fact, forget the tank.
$300. This kind of goes with what Ricky was saying. You know, it's kind of steep. One of them stretch goals. Can we get a Joe vehicle?
Nice
to go with it.
Like a striker or something?
No, it's something small. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was hoping that they would do 2 vehicles, do one bigger HasLab, have 2 vehicles in it. Maybe around 400 mark or whatever. But looks like they're just doing the one. I am a little disappointed because I consider the HISS tank a troop builder of vehicles.
Yes.
So like a cheaper price point would have definitely maybe had people going multiples. Maybe.
What was the Sentinel for? 300?
350.
350. That's what I said earlier. I was like, people are mad about $300 on a vehicle, but they spent $300 on just a big figure.
Well, from what I understand, the Joe collectors are like very ultra frugal. If I, in the people I've talked to who've talked about people who with vintage Joes and stuff, like price has always been a stickling point for them. I think Gary would, if he were here, he'd chime in and confirm that.
I'm just hoping they're a little bit happy. I know it's not what they asked for, but I remember when the Jet came out last year, everybody was mad that it was 3 3/4, and they wanted something for classifieds. Well, at least you got something. I mean, that's a start. I was kind of hoping it would be the Sergeant Slaughter, the little white tank. What is that thing called? I was hoping it'd be that.
The Triple T.
Oh yeah, give me the give me the HISS tank and throw that Triple T tank in there.
Yep.
Yeah. So here's Sentinels 350, Razor Crest 350. So.
Yeah, this is not $300, dude.
No.
It's not like it's got to have.
Galactus was 400. Holy fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You got like even if you compare, like, how do you compare this HESS tank and then like the fucking Mandalorian
the Razor Crest.
Like, the Razor Crest is probably going to be 2 times, 3 times bigger than this thing.
Yeah, but the Razor Crest was 3 3/4 though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is, but it was huge.
But it's very big.
Brian,
it's big. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I swooshed it around. Came with lots of stuff.
I swooshed it around. I saw it once it reached its resting place. I didn't touch it once he had it set up over there. But it is big.
Chris has like a HESS tank, like a custom HESS tank, and it's like when you put that Razor Crest right next to that custom, it's like you're gonna say that I don't know, man, just $300 for it.
Well, you also got to understand that 3D printed one that he has is just pretty much a blown up version of the original HISS tank.
Yeah, granted, so you don't know whether that's what you're going to get with this thing.
So listen, there's no picture, right? What if they shock everybody tomorrow and you do get 2 or even 3 of them? What do you? Because you're saying it is an army builder, like sort of.
No. Yeah, that's $300 per piece, man.
Yeah. What you do is you buy the HasLab one, then you buy like 2 or 3 of those retro ones, and just use force perspective, have them in the background.
That's a deal.
Yeah.
See, but you don't think they might go a little, like they could possibly give you 2, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and again, it might not have a whole bunch of bells and whistles, but you're gonna get like 2 tanks.
What would be smart for them to do, which is
lower the price.
No, like if you buy
lower the price and release
if you buy one for 300, the second one is only 2, and if you buy 3, the third one's only 150. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like a step down discount.
Yeah, like if you're gonna buy multiple, give me a discount for buying multiple.
Okay,
maybe
that'd be slick.
But then the next question is, what is the limit?
No, they won't do that. They won't do that.
They've done it with everything else.
Well, they did a limit with Sentinel, right? 5 Sentinels, I think.
Yes, that was a troop builder.
I want to meet the person who bought 5 of them and kept all 5 of them. I want to see that person have that whole troop.
Dude, Ricky, did you see the pics where like people like had like 15, 20 of them, man? I guess they got family members to buy them for them. Yeah, it's crazy.
I've seen pics with the old school one. What was it? Crap, what's the company? I'm brain farting. Not Hasbro, but Toy Biz. The old Toy Biz ones that were selling for like $1,200 a piece. I saw one guy had like 20 of them. He just had them lined up.
I hope that this thing does a lot of things, because I mean, Tom, you're right. $300 for, I mean, we know what a real regular HISS tank is. It could probably all be done in like 2 molds, right? And it's hollow.
Like,
it's easy to make.
Well, to be fair, I hope
like where the figure sits is where that's all it opens, right? Like there's no like secondary compartments in a Hess tank.
No, there's supposed to be a hatch. There's supposed to be a hatch.
That's worth $100.
Well, no, like so. I have like the Creo one. If you have the whatever this new one that was released, like the building set, but they have a hatch that opens up and you can actually put guys in the back of it.
It's like
and they did that in the cartoon too. Yeah. They rarely showed it doing that, but it did do that in the cartoon. It opened up.
Yeah, if it has those types of features, CD, like if it has a hatch where you can put extra, like a few guys in the back or something like that, or a gunner or something like,
that Gatling gun on top, it better rotate, like the whole thing better spin and all that stuff. Tell you, firing missiles will bring it back. Bring back some spring-loaded missiles.
Yeah. That'd be cool, right? They used to do that shit a lot. You don't really see that too much anymore, right? With these things. Yeah. So is G.I. Joe classified line? Like I feel like I haven't heard much about it like on the group. So like is it still like hot? Like is it still a thing? Like maybe not so much anger because maybe the pieces are like more available.
I mean,
like, I don't know what's going on.
No, their distribution sucks.
Still?
Yeah, still. It's really bad. Like I'm waiting on Cobra Bat Troopers. A lot of people already have them. Brian has them.
On the plus side, Big Bad Toy Store is getting everything. Like all that old like Cobra Island stuff you could only get at Target. Yeah. You can get them on Big Bad Toy Store now.
That's the other good thing is like these exclusives, the Target exclusive shit. Now that's all available since the rights for an exclusive is expired. So
yeah.
And they actually produced more of them so that people that missed out of them own them.
Any differences?
Get them.
Any differences? No differences. All right, so that's good.
It's the same exact packaging and everything. Like I think we talked about it in one of the group messages one time about how it wasn't really everybody misunderstood the Target exclusivity. It's not a full-on exclusive. It's like a
timed exclusive.
Timed exclusive.
First to market.
Yeah. I did. Well, they were saying that wasn't that like what they were saying about the Soundwave. That was what Walmart exclusive. This Netflix one that everybody's looking for, and it's like
everybody's flipping out.
Yeah, and they're re-releasing the Siege one, but I think they came out and said, well, like Walmart like has an exclusive to that design for X amount of time, so that leads me to assume they'll be putting out
it'll come back around
tape deck Soundwave, in the future.
So I'm noticing a lot of toy lines are like that now, even like Star Wars stuff, like this, Walmart exclusive stuff, and then you get like GameStop exclusive stuff. They're ending up at like online retailers.
Yep. Don't get me wrong, I'm one of them.
I've seen that happen in the past.
I'm definitely one of them, but they definitely play into our drive to I gotta have it now. I want it right now. Oh, it's out. I gotta have it now. Like
that's why Target and Walmart, that's why they ask Hasbro for those exclusives because it does drive business in there, I guess.
Yeah.
Buy stocks and toys. Yep. Like dust.
Makes sense. Makes sense. But I feel like it's go ahead.
I was just gonna say, just to branch off here real quick. So little Will that we met at Bobby's, I've confirmed this. DTOFs are now $100. That's wild. Crazy. And I checked my shelves, my Vitz-Joes. They also went up in price. That's wild.
Wow.
How much were they before?
60.
Wow, that's a pretty fucking big jump.
Hey, Will, I got two DTOFs right here. I'll sell them to you for what I bought them for, $59.99. You got to hop on your bike and ride all the way down here to Florida and pick them up, though. I ain't coming up.
Discount DTOFs. Discount DTOFs.
You got to come pick them up, dude. We don't deliver.
All right, so the G.I. Joe situation still sucks. I've honestly never really seen them around here either, like not at my Targets and stuff. And my shit is usually like even with the TFs, like sometimes the current stuff is here, but like I have to get lucky. Like sometimes they have it, sometimes no. But I've never seen a G.I. Joe. I've only seen the those movie figures or whatever from the Snake Eyes.
Oh yeah, the Snake Eyes origins.
Yeah, I was looking at them. I was like, looking at them in person. I was like, they didn't look horrible, but
they're still really nice. But it's just the movie, I guess, didn't do as well as they wanted.
It's the movie they're attached to, huh? Yeah, I mean, I didn't think the figures themselves, I didn't think they looked that bad.
But the movie was bad either. I thought the movie
Scarlet's
was good.
Okay.
You got
I haven't
Scarlet?
seen the movie yet. Yeah,
I haven't seen it. Is it on any of these streaming
It's on
services
HBO
yet?
Max.
Yeah, it's on HBO Max.
All right, I'll check it out.
Look, man, if you go in and watch it without it being a G.I. Joe movie, just take that part out of your head and watch it. It's actually enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's,
See, but
when they make it the property, it kind of kills it, dude.
Yeah, I'm not one of those that's just like looking for the accuracy though. Like sometimes I just know like that they just use the fucking name, and maybe you know the name of some characters, but it might not be totally faithful. You know what I'm saying, to the source material. But
you sound like a Michael Bay apologist.
You know, like whatever. Listen, we've had these conversations before. The media always changes from comic book to fucking television, fucking show to fucking movie. Like it's always gonna change. It's always changing. Animation. I never seen one version of Batman that was completely the same from one medium to the next. Never. I think that's the best example, right? I was like, I grew up, you know, watching the reruns on Channel 11 of the fucking 66 silly ass Batman. And then I remember being 9 years old going to see Batman in the theater, like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And then reading the comic books and, oh, this is something different also. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's Batman, but like, it's different.
My thing is always, it's the spirit of it. And that's where Bay lost it with Murder Prime. That's not the spirit of Prime, so we don't got time for all that. This kind of does that too. You'll see, like what I mean, if you watch it. It was enjoyable. Like I said, turn that off. It was it was actually pretty fun.
All right. As long as it's entertaining, shit.
It is.
Know what I'm saying, like, whatever.
Yeah, it's good.
It wasn't a waste of 2 hours. I mean, it was enjoyable.
Better than Morbius. I haven't seen Morbius either, but I heard that was particularly bad. All right. So who here on the panel that collects these G.I. Joe classifieds? So
Me?
JD, you're in. Dom, are you buying these? You're fucking quiet tonight, bro.
Yeah, I'm picking them up. Yeah, I'm picking them up.
Why aren't you talking tonight? You mad at me or something?
Well, I'm talking. No, I'm not mad at you.
all right.
No,
so you're still buying them too. So are you gonna be in on this HasLab?
I don't know. Like, man, I always feel like I really feel like they're using this as like everything that they make, they're hitting that like 300, 350 benchmark, you know. So it's like, oh, we're gonna make like, you know, the next one's gonna be like a $200 toy, but they're gonna price it at 300 or 350. Like
inflation, bro.
I feel like it's like they're now trying to figure out like what they can make that looks great, that like can perceive to be 350 or 300 and not really be you know what I'm saying, like be like a 200 toy.
I mean, in all reality, like for them to make this stuff, it's very inexpensive.
JD, I agree with you, but
what do you mean, like the cost of the materials and stuff like that? Like what do you mean?
Like once they have like the mold made and all that stuff, of course that's the most expensive part. But after that, you know what I mean? Like the factory can just say, well, how many of these do you want? You know, and it'll be like at this, you know, at this many that we make or this many that we produce, it's going to be X amount of money, and so on and so forth. Like, you know, the more they make, the cheaper it is for them to produce them, you know.
Just off the top of your head, like what do you think, like a company like Hasbro, like what are the profit margins on something like this? If you're saying that it's like, oh my God, cheap to produce, over 100%?
Yes, absolutely. I'm guessing like this is like dentistry, so I'm gonna guess somewhere like 500 to 700% markup.
Wow, that is pretty incredible. Then that means we should be paying, like, you're right, like,
I mean, think about it, like
$100 for this tank.
when they did the Unicron, okay, so that was what, $650 for that thing, right?
Yeah, $500, wasn't it?
500?
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know.
So, $475, and then I think it was like $520.
Yeah. You're right.
For me.
So they wanted, what was it, $2.5 million to make that. just to have it funded, they wanted $2.5 million. And how many more did they make after that?
We actually have no idea.
I don't know, because that was the one that was a little wonky, right? That it seemed like
575. You're right.
It funded fucking what supposedly like 222%. It was showing like on the website after, like they were like, oh, so that means there's got to be over 20,000 of these things out there or whatever.
They, you know what I mean? Like with just that project alone, you know, it might have cost them, you know, we'll say $1 million to make it, but they walked away with like 5, 6, 7 million.
Yeah, maybe more.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Yeah. So I mean, I guess that's business. You know what I'm saying? That's business. We just, I guess, you guys are gonna have to determine anybody that's still in. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Now it's gonna be interesting, right? To see that live stream tomorrow and then the reveals and stuff, because you know, now we got to see if it's worth it. And Ricky, you were saying earlier, like about like show me everything. Like I get that mentality and stuff like that. But then I think it's like, you know, oh, give these guys something to look forward to, a teaser. Oh, like if, you know, come on, like I guess it's just something to drive like a push or something.
I get
like
the
that.
teaser for the initial thing, but once you put it out there, it's like on Kickstarter. Once you start your Kickstarter up, they tell you these are your stretch goals. At this minimum, this much money, you're going to get this. This much money, you're going to get this. So you
they'll
know
let you know
exactly what
right
ahead of
time.
Let you know.
Yeah. There's no reason to hold back. I mean, I've been tracking the numbers here for many projects, and two things are for sure. I mean, you get your spike in the beginning, you get your spike at the end. No one fucking cares about the middle, right? And no one wants to fund a loser. So it's very, very important that you get that thing funded in the first couple of weeks. You know what I mean? Especially if you're like a hardcore, I'm the hardcore, but like a company like Hasbro, right? This isn't some mom and pop shop trying to get something done. I mean, just be transparent about the whole thing right from the get-go. You know, it's like that's that. What does saving the information do? Nothing.
It falls back to my mentality about blind bags and stuff. I don't. If you're not willing, if you're gonna give me a box when I don't know what's in it, if you're not willing for me to hand you an envelope without you knowing how much is in it, then we're not doing the same business.
Yeah.
Like, see, but I want to know up front what you're getting my money for.
But didn't Pulse shock us all with the 2 MicroMaster add-ons for Victory Saber? You know, shock me at all. I was not. Their fucking rebates too. Yeah. That was one of the little fucking stretch goals.
See how that holding back everything on Rancor helped them out.
Yeah. So yeah, I get that.
But like I was in on G.I. Joe line. Like I had it all, like from first figure all the way up until the Hasbro Pulse, the black and gold and red Cobra Commander. I had it all. I don't know what clicked in my head one day. I started getting pissed off that it's not what I wanted. I did not want this, the video game look of it. I didn't want that look of it. I don't mind a modernization. It doesn't have to be G1 to a fault version of G.I. Joe. But I didn't like what they were giving us. So I got out. I was like, you know what? This is too much. It's too far astray from the path for me to enjoy it. Sold it all. And then like a month later, these assholes started pumping out cartoon accurate ones. I was like, you motherfuckers. So now I'm having to go back and chase them all back down again. But I kept my Snake Eyes. I kept a Storm Shadow that I made. And I'm going to start chasing down some of the other ones and then pick up the new ones.
Let me know what you need. I have extras.
JD's singing sexy songs to me right now.
Yeah, like so I see the point definitely, like, you know what I'm saying, about like seeing everything up front and that'll, you know, maybe drive people like, yeah, I'm in, you know, but maybe the opposite is true also, right? They show you everything they got and maybe everybody's gonna be like, that's it.
Well, then do better stretch goals. Know up front that you're not going to sell the Rancor by selling us blocks of rock and some bones and a cardboard backdrop. Nobody wants that shit. Put Ula in there. Put Malakili in there. You can throw another fucking Luke in there. I'm not telling you have to give us all new molds every time. Throw Luke back in there again to make yourself save some money. But show all that up front. That Rancor would have funded so fast. It's nuts.
Yep. You should have shown.
Instead, they waited till what was it, Brian? Like 2 weeks before it's supposed to finish, they're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna give you Ula, but she's gonna come in like a little sandwich baggie with nothing else."
No. It was like a week to go, and they're like, "We've decided to include the Rancor Keeper as part of the base. It wasn't even a stretch. It's like we should have included this from the get-go, and we didn't. And yeah, same thing. It would have had no packaging. They only released a render of it. I mean, so I mean, they're like, look, we need something.
It's gonna be a sandwich bag tucked into the styrofoam or whatever.
Well, I mean, the figures that came with the Sentinel weren't carded or anything like that, so that's fine. But yeah, no, it was just that Rancor.
That was going to be a struggle regardless, but I think the right stretch goals would have made it happen.
Yeah, if they would have done those stretch goals right,
dude. I mean, everybody understands the situation with Ula anyway. But if they had announced from the get-go that the Rancor Keeper was coming with it, it would have been fine. I think.
I think somebody, I think it might have been Brink, might have been in one of the conversations we were having on a hangout, like said that the way they played it out was it seemed like they were going to put Malakili like in the stores to buy later, and when they realized that Rancor was crashing, they're like, oh no, we'll just throw it in with Rancor instead, and that's why they took it out.
Well, and that was kind of my argument. It was like, do you want these figures to be exclusive to this and that be the only way you get it, or would you rather have it available through mainstream avenues?
Yeah, I walked in just in time.
Yeah, man. What's up, dude?
You know what? I just saw your message. I didn't know. I've been kind of busy tonight, so the last 3 hours I've been checked out, and I looked at my phone, saw all kind of craziness going on, and I said, "Oh shit! Yeah, I'm outside."
You're breaking up.
You're
We are tired of warning you. We have told you time and time again that we are coming. Well, this Friday, July 1st, 2022, the Realm Hatton Project will explode onto the Realm of Collectors YouTube channel. Come to the chat squad and see what it's been all about. We will see you there. Time is over. Tick, tock, tick, tock.
Oh
shit! I thought that was an ETR thing.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, we're getting invaded here now on Tuesday.
Now everybody gonna blame me as always.
Well, at least your audio's fixed.
Sorry, I don't know what's going on.
This shit happens.
Oh shit!
That's crazy.
What that was
this Friday. Wow.
Friday it said
hostile takeover here, huh?
It said what did it say at 9, 8 o'clock, something like 8 or 9 o'clock, something like that.
9 p.m.
9. Okay. I guess
as long as they don't interrupt my hangouts, I don't care.
They start dropping in our hangouts, we'll all be mad as I'll get out.
Yeah, so you came in at the perfect time, bro. We were discussing the HasLab reveal, you know what I'm saying, that they're probably gonna talk about tomorrow on that live stream and stuff. You were collecting these classifieds, right? I know you were one of those getting upset because of the some of the Target exclusives and just these things selling out like immediately. How do you feel about the news?
So I mean, regarding the exclusives in the beginning, they kind of course corrected and made it pretty, now you can find all those figures. Okay. They're even on BBTS. Like you can get Beachhead on BBTS now. All these figures are now available. But this His Tank thing, I don't know about $300 for just a single His Tank. Like you're gonna have to have some stupendous stretch goals to get my money for this one.
Yeah. Yeah, like I can drive the fucking thing.
And it better not be a figure like this is what I think you guys I walked in on a mainline figure that I'm gonna want for the collection.
Right.
It can't be that.
We're gonna do that.
Like a hooded Cobra Commander.
Like something like that. See, that's funny that you mentioned that. That is something that popped in my head. Because I mean, there's some fake controversy around a hooded commander. I don't know, but this would be the safe way to put one out. Even though I would still be fucking pissed. Yes, because it's wearing a hood. Yes.
Yeah. But the same argument could have made for Ula too. That I always thought the same thing. You know, you're purposely buying it so you know what it is, so you can't be offended by what it is.
It's about
to drop Ula
it's about putting it on a kid's toy shelf in the stores.
Wait a minute.
Is what the issue is.
How are motherfuckers all of a sudden getting offended by a hooded Cobra Commander? Like,
I don't know. I heard about some fake controversy. Someone made a video about it. I don't know. And then you know how it goes.
His hood being white instead of blue, and that'll answer the question for you.
Yeah, right.
Time to leave? Is that what that means?
I mean, it's blue though. It's blue. It's Cobra. It's Cobra.
People just look for reasons to be offended by stuff nowadays.
Yeah, I mean that's all it is. It's just
okay.
You know, people.
I agree. I mean, it's why you got that Emma Frost in her underwear and a con exclusive because they weren't going to put that on the shelf.
Nope.
Yeah.
Well, it was on the Walgreens shelf.
No, that's a different. No. I'm talking about.
That's a different set underwear, right?
Yeah, and you know, but it's funny because I don't know if you guys have like little girls in your family that you're around. You ever see these LOL dolls?
Yep.
Nope.
Dude,
they dress skanky as hell in them little kids.
Exactly, and I'm like, why did we just buy this for her?
Man. I think I ran into a couple of those chicks at the club back in the day.
Oh, your dad, you're policing that for your daughter.
Well, I mean, he gives it to her. He said we gave
it to
her.
I'm not overly strict, and with this kind of stuff, to what they watch, but there is some limits to what you can let for a 5-year-old, a 6-year-old, a 7-year-old.
Yeah,
you know, like I said, I grew up watching horror movies. I went to see Silent Night, Deadly Night in the movie theater. I was like 8, I think. So,
me too.
That's all fucked up now.
That's why I'm like, you know, like I don't feel like since I grew up like that, if I ever had kids, which I never will, I never felt like I'd be that parent. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought I'd be like, whatever. You want to watch Nightmare on Elm Street at 6 years old? Like, go ahead.
But it's also a different world. The stuff that they're exposed to now, and even in just mainstream, isn't the same. Isn't what we were exposed to.
No,
my mother didn't have to worry. We didn't have Grand Theft Auto when I was 6.
Yeah,
everything like between violence and sex, and women being objectified, and all that stuff. It's like it's become such a problem in our society anymore.
It's like
and that's the shit that sells. You know what I mean? And that's fucking
horrible. The stuff they run across on the internet is 1,000 times worse than these movies and TV shows. Like my ex-wife and I argue about that all the time. I won't let my kids have a phone. My oldest is 12 years old. When I go somewhere and I need him to have a way to contact me, I have my smartwatch that has its own cellular signal.
Well, you lock it. You could put on all the parental control.
There's ways around that shit. Kids talk to each other about that in school. My wife's a teacher, man. These kids sit here and plot on how to work around their parents' stuff.
Yo, I mean, that's a whole other level of fucking shit you gotta think about now.
We would have done this, but we would have done the same thing.
Yes, exactly.
Look, we're over here with our pagers, learning little secret codes to send people and stuff.
That's what I mean.
So my son is
kids. It's all right.
My son just turned 13. He has a phone, but he takes the bus by himself every day to come home. So I hate that, and I don't even like having to do that. Like I wish we could pick him up, but we don't live right by the school. He comes home. You know, we both work. Like unfortunately, we both have to work to live in this fucking city.
Yep.
But isn't that weird that like when we were kids, you'd have rode that bus everywhere and not thought nothing of it? You'd have thought your parents are being crazy trying to say something to you.
Well, I actually lived right across the street from my school.
I'm just saying, I used to ride the bus around in Tampa all the time. I went everywhere. My mom was the only parent, and she worked all the time. I was a latchkey kid, so I'd take the bus all around Tampa by myself, unsupervised. And freaking nowadays, like my kids, like the sun even looks like it's starting to go down. I'm like, get your ass back in the house. It's time to go. You ain't going out there no more. Like when I was a kid, you came in when streetlights came on, and I don't know why something in my brain flipped that makes it awkward for me to do that for my kids when I used to do the same thing. Run down the street and play at your friend's house unsupervised. You know, his mom's down there. You guys go down there and do whatever you want to. That's what we did when we were kids. Me now,
the difference
hang out in the living room while my kids play with your kids.
The difference between now and then is social media, the internet.
Yeah, it's a different world. It definitely is, you know, compared to then. You know,
ignorance is bliss.
We didn't have YouTube. We didn't have YouTube videos to, you know, inspire mischief. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know, you wouldn't have video teaching you how to do milk crate challenges.
Yeah, and the TikTok videos and shit. Like my wife's school was getting vandalized on a daily because there was some kind of TikTok challenge about going in the bathrooms and like ripping shit off the walls and doing all this stuff. So kids would just go in there and just terrorize it every single day to the point where they're talking about taking people's phones away. And then parents were up in arms talking about you're invading their privacy, you're invading their security. I can't get a hold of my own kid, because they're using it to do this instead of what it's for.
Yeah. Tell these people
Guess what? My parents couldn't get a hold of me.
That's right. What I'm saying. And it was great.
Yeah. See, look, Willie's a little jitterbug. He knows. Look at him over there talking about it's the stealing challenge. He knows. Those TikTok videos and things ain't no joke, man. Kids go around their schools doing that shit and record themselves doing it.
See, but it's just like anything else, man. Like you gotta have. It depends. I always say, like, there's always that peer pressure to do some dumb shit, right? When you're out there with your friends. But if you're got a parent, you know, doing decent parenting at home, and you're teaching your child or your children the difference between right and wrong and the consequences towards bad actions, hopefully that's enough to fucking.
I agree 1,000%. I wasn't laughing at what you said. I was laughing at trying to see somebody steal a urinal out a fucking window.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, come on. Good parent. My parents were pretty good, and I found no ways to get into all kinds of fucking trouble myself. So, they're gonna get into trouble anyway.
It's like next level though.
It depends on the individual though.
We
Depends
do
on the
ding
kid.
dong ditch where you do the flaming dog shit on somebody's doorstep or something. That was something we did when we were kids. Nowadays they're all like, oh, let's go see how many things we can steal. Like he's talking about expensive microscopes, thousands of dollars worth of microscopes. That's an automatic felony when you steal.
That's crazy.
Just because of the price of it. I mean, that's crazy to me.
Sneak a urinal out a window. Yeah, that's crazy.
I just try to picture somebody do that.
Yeah. I mean,
what they do? What out of a urinal?
A urinal out the window.
Dirty urinal.
Brink nailed it. Urinals.
It's fucking dumb, man. So I haven't even downloaded TikTok yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like my girl's in that shit all fucking day. Like I haven't bothered looking at that shit yet. My sister's like, don't fight it, bro. Don't fight it. And I'm like, nah, that's like I got Instagram, I got Facebook, like I'm good. Like I'm chilling, like I'm good with that.
Willie, how the hell somebody was gonna put the urinal in their fucking backpack, dude? They said they did backpack checks for a urinal.
They got some tiny urinals.
They got the one from Billy Madison, the little kindergarten urinal.
That's shit, man.
Sorry, I didn't mean to sidetrack the conversation.
No.
G.I. Joe and HasLab.
But HasLab, his tank, yeah, like what I'm saying. So I don't know. Again, like I think all you guys are on consensus that lots of bells and whistles. This thing's gonna have to knock it out the park to command a $300 price tag.
It's gonna be whatever the stretch goals are. Yep. Better come with something better than a cardboard background.
Yeah, and I can't see any of the stretch goals making me jump in.
Dirt.
See, but then I saw some people commenting in the thread, like under like the reveal, like, "Oh, this shit's gonna fund easily. Like this thing is gonna like."
It might. Don't get me wrong. I agree.
As long as they're not asking some astronomical number, like remember the Galactus is like 10,000 or something crazy like that.
Oh, okay, like
So
I mean,
backers they need. Yeah.
What's the prediction on that? What do you think the number?
I'd say 6 to 8. Watch. Would be my guess.
I think that sounds reasonable. To be honest, though, I don't know. I'm kind of curious. I guess they should have some kind of barometer on the classified figure sales to see what would sell, right? So I mean, as far as the people that are interested in it. So, but if I was them, I wouldn't set that number too high, because again, if you set it too high, it's going to take too much longer to fund, right? I mean, people are either in or out within like the first couple weeks. I mean, just put it out there. Put it out there for 5,000.
You know,
So
the
I mean,
quicker it funds,
I mean, it'll go for double. You know, because
So-
the FOMO will kick in immediately. Be like,
What-
bam,
exactly.
they're making it. I'm start saving. I'm gonna buy it in a couple. Weeks.
Wouldn't the smart thing to do would be like to probably, I mean, I don't know. Again, you know, it could be totally wrong. I'm just saying, like, set the number to whatever it would be for them to break even, right? Because then, like, they could always sell more, right? So if they ask for, let's say, 5,000, but they fucking fund 4 times that. Like, you're still making all that money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're still making that. Like, so to me, I set it low. So it's just because to me, that would be like, oh, okay, people will be like, all right, let's do it. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like whatever number they set is already kind of what JD said. It's already quintupling their money at the least, right?
It's got to be worth it.
Return.
Usually.
And yeah. And
I mean, take into account the price of petroleum and all that shit. But
I think that's an old wives' tale.
What?
Well, I don't know. I remember back in the day listening to toy podcasts, and like those oil surcharges, that wouldn't occur until like the summer later, because the oil they have now is like already purchased,
Reserved,
kind of stuff. But I am not going to be any kind of authority on that. And who knows, 10 years ago from now, I mean, the economy might run on a shorter pipeline that no pun intended because of oil, but you know what I mean, right? It might, everything's shorter now from probably from supply to production. Who the hell knows? But I don't know.
Well, you kind of answered a question we asked earlier too. I think when you said that they are watching the numbers and they can see what's going to sell and I think that might be why they chose a His Tank, because we were like, you know, people talking like, why'd they choose His Tank out of all things? I think they saw everybody running out in Army building those Cobra Troopers and fighting all over the internet for those. They're going to give you a Cobra Trooper vehicle for it. That's going to be the first one they're going to come out with. That
People
might be something that made
Vipers
them
on something.
That's it.
The driver better be.
Got to have the helmet, and the black scarf face, right? And that helmet
Better be remote controlled for fucking $300.
Well, let's get back to what
I'm
we were
just saying
talking about before we got sidetracked. Like a figure that they might put in there, like that maybe a major character, and you could only get them that way. Well, like, how would you guys feel about that?
The actual driver should be part of the. It should not be a stretch goal.
I agree.
It should be part of it.
Mhm.
Agreed. 1,000% agreed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking like the guy with the red armor and the goggles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the old school His driver.
Yep.
I mean, it's when you start talking about named characters, it's different. I mean, if you look at the Sentinel, that's how you got your Bastion if you want a Bastion.
But Bastion's not a main character though.
He isn't. He's a name. When I said named character.
Oh, named. Sorry.
But Bastion is a major villain in X-Men. He's not Magneto and Apocalypse, but he's not a must-have. But a lot of people wanted it. You know, a lot of people would wanted a Bastion for years until it came out.
Right.
You know, but then they put it in that thing, and there were people who were not too thrilled about that.
Yeah.
I don't even know what named character you could put in there. And you know,
I think if they do named characters, it needs to be a variant of one that already is.
And that's another thing. You know, how far do you take it? You know, because it's supposed to be one and done. You know, nobody's going to want a character that's kind of already out there either.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Like, if they give you like just a character that's out already, and maybe it's just a little different, people are like, they could pass on this thing, right? Like, they got to give you somebody you could only get here that's a major character, because I think that's going to drive the sales, right? Even though you're going to have those people pissed, I got to spend $300 to get this $20 figure. You know
what I'm saying is more. It doesn't really work with the His Tank, but think this was the what was it, the AC-10 Warthog that they did with Tiger Force? Like, picture that being it, and then they gave you the Tiger Force Duke with it. You know, you can get a Duke if that's all you want, but if you get this Tiger Force, you're going to get the Tiger Striped one. That goes.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's enticing enough though either.
But they're not there for the figure; they're there for the ship. The figure is just.
I think the stretch. No, people are part of. You know, the stretch goals. You know, make a difference, man.
We're not saying that stretch goal. The pilot and stuff would be like part.
Oh, you're talking about the main figure.
Yeah,
oh, the main figure. It
of
needs
the
to have a.
base.
It needs to have a pilot.
Yeah.
It needs to have a pilot. I agree.
I had a close look at that his tank, the classic, this weekend, and I forgot to have trailer hitch. I think a good stretch goal were free for it to tow something.
Yeah.
Yeah. That wouldn't
talking about.
Yeah, sure, a box.
Here's the time I remember folded open with the missile launchers we were talking about.
No, that was a GI Joe. We need a.
I know, but
that was a Joe
version.
So what if because the price of this thing is the main debate, I guess. What if one of those stretch goals is like buying multiples?
Right, like Dom was saying, the step down thing.
Oh, like that would be interesting.
So what they could do is like, you know, they put their limit on the amount that are purchased, of course, but like if it hits that fourth stretch goal, you go all in and you get like the max amount of 5.
That would be interesting.
You get them for, you know,
like a cheaper price, price,
or 150 a piece. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, something like that.
Yeah, I mean that was one of the big things with the Sentinel. It is an army builder, which is why like it was one of the first ones to go so quickly up.
And the stretch goals fit doing it as an army builder with the extra heads and Bastion and the Omega Sentinels that came with it.
That's a good point.
So you know, like your stretch goals got to fit something like this. People wanting to buy more than one.
So the stretch goal, you know, like one of the stretch goals could be the fucking missile launcher, the missile pods, you know, to swap out a second driver.
What about these different numbers? Like maybe some kind of way to change the panels on it to have like the 813 versus the 788, or maybe I don't know, some way to make it blue versus black. A reason to buy multiples. I don't know.
I mean, like,
what if a stretch goal is the black version of it?
Yeah. See. Then you're talking about 2.
It's like
and then it's like, okay, all right. Then that knocks it down to 150 each.
Yep.
And that's I think that's good. That's not bad.
Yep.
Then you know, you're also looking at spaces. I doubt this thing's gonna be small.
Yeah, for the 6-inch figures, and if it's going to hold multiple figures, I imagine it's going to be pretty sizable.
Well, I mean, technically it seats 2.
Well, JD was saying that the back hatch is
like a hatch.
Put more people inside of it. It's like a small APC on top of it. I think.
Then maybe they'll make it bigger than the conventional vintage. Like maybe it's a 2-seater too, or that would be against canon though. But I guess they can make it so they could fit more people in the back. Yeah.
You just made Eric heavy sigh.
No, it's just no. When you said the canon thing, it just made me think like no matter what they do,
it's gonna be wrong.
Someone's gonna be upset. Someone's gonna complain. It's blue. It's not. It should be black. Or I wanted the blue one, not the black one. Or it's not in scale. It's
not
you're gonna hear it.
Blue.
Exactly. You're gonna hear it one way or another from people. You know. I mean, here we are. We're already told. We're doing it too. Like we're already talking about the price being too much.
It's because we don't know though. That we don't know what's gonna feature, what to expect. So it's like 300. It's like now this is just all speculation. Like what for 300 can they do with a history?
Is this gonna have electronics? Is this gonna
there's gonna be $100 bill in the fucking thing. That's what it was.
Like Dom says, he has to try it. Like, so what will make you happy? What like what a $300 his tank? Like, you know what I'm saying? What do you think would make that worth $300? You know what I'm saying? Like again, right?
3 of them for that price.
3, at least 2, at minimum 2. Minimum 2 with electronics, with the driver. No, that's not even talking stretch goals. So.
The first stretch goal could be a second tank. I'd be okay.
If they did that, that would probably be the last.
Imagine
they would do that last. That would be the last one.
Like, hey, like if you get to this number, you'll get 2 of them.
Imagine if they just be like, okay, guys, we've hit the final stretch goal. Anyone who backed it gets 2. that thing would skyrocket on that.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't have a graph to fit the thing that goes.
They're gonna be like anyone who backed it prior to today's date will get to
the second one.
That's
God,
bullshit.
the internet would be on fire. You'd have to use that old school cartoon where the thermometer shoots out the top, like when the mercury shoots out the top of it.
I wonder if they like
early bird special.
No, it's just I wonder if they think about like, do we really want to sell 10,000 units of this thing? Like, do we really want to sell 20,000 units of this thing? Like, or do they think like, does it cost me more money if we sell 20,000, like 20,000 of these things? Is shipping going to be like shipping right now? Like, do they put that all into perspective and say, you know what? Let's price it at 300 because then I know we're not going to sell 20,000 of them.
Well,
do they try to get more out of the margin? I'm always interested in like, are they trying to get more out of the margin rather than quantity? Because to me, like I would price this thing at 200 and sell like fucking 300, sell 20,000 of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Still make money, still make the money where I only sell 10,000, but at 300. Like, I feel like they're not going for the quantity. They're going for like, let's try to price it as high as we can and only sell like 10,000 of them.
And they could also be like,
I don't know.
They could be like old Potty Mac and set their backer number for like 100, and when that happens overnight, be like the fastest selling HasLab of all time. Blah, like stickers all over fucking everything.
Like, this thing costs probably like it's going to cost probably like maybe $60 or $80. Like probably $60
down. I would say $50. Probably
like $50.
We're not that far away, Ricky. 60 and 50 are not that far away.
That's the difference between a milkshake and not a milkshake, Dom.
You want to argue about $10?
So 50. So 50.
Well,
so
you
yes,
just
but
mail me $10, Dom.
They're making 500% profit then, like JD said.
So Dom, just want to put something in perspective for you, Dom. So looking at the past HasLabs, right? The green bars here are the goals, right? I mean, Sentinel did almost 4 times what they were asking. The Razor Crest did over 4 times what they were asking. Galactus did twice as much. I mean,
Victory Saber got that high too, because I felt like they were struggling to reach some of
because
those.
Victory Saber got all the GI Joe ones, didn't they? Aren't they
no. GI Joe got all the Black Series ones.
Yeah, GI Joe got all the Rancor. So like Sky Striker took 46 days to fund, right? But I mean, on the last day, it got 10,000. On the last 5 days, I should say. So, I mean, I don't know about limiting the volume, Dom, to maximize profits, because I think if I don't know, do you think maybe after things like Sentinel, Razor Crest, and Galactus, like, all right, we got to back this shit down. We can't be having people buy all these.
We can't be making all this money.
Yeah, I don't know, because
maybe Dom's right. That's why they run 3 HasLabs simultaneously.
There's something to be said for showing the success of previous HasLabs.
Yeah.
If you notice, there's also a wave, and there's a wave in that bar graph he's showing right there too. Look, go from the sail barge up. It goes up to Galactus, and then it comes back down the other side too. So they might have blown their load already.
Well, yeah, some interesting things here, Ricky. So sail barge was the very first one, right? People had no idea what to expect with HasLab,
and people were hesitant, I think, to.
Yeah, Unicron was just a shit show. I mean, the thing was almost $600, and then you had the
extended
the Zeta Toys stuff going on, and it was extended, and and Transformers are a funny thing, because like when it comes to Transformers, you start putting $575 around, you're playing with a different set of collectors than the people that are hunting in Target and Walmart. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Sentinel was just, like we talked about, it was just insane. It was the perfect HasLab for Marvel.
Yep.
Because everybody was down for that.
And Marvel Legends fans are lunatics.
Right.
They really are. I mean,
he says they like he ain't one of them.
No, but I'm not going to sit there and spend $100 for a fucking Rogue that was peg warming at one point in every fucking Target that these people are, you see some of these prices that these Marvel Legends are getting, it's insane, this aftermarket price on a $20 fucking figure.
Yeah.
So I had no doubt that the Sentinel was going to sell. Even I'm surprised Galactus got as high as it did, because it didn't fund nowhere near as it wasn't moving nowhere near as quickly.
But it was, I think it falls under the same thing you were just talking about. That old school Galactus, they were asking 200. They were asking almost half this thing's price for an old, outdated mold that was smaller than this.
And Sentinel was army buildable.
Yeah, Galactus had a FOMO spike at the end. That last day was just insane. And Razor Crest, I mean, vintage Star Wars collectors, Mandalorian was super popular. Got a great theme song. Boom, 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 boom.
It is a good song.
You know, and then even look at Victory Saber here in the last 5 days. You know, surpassing, I mean, well beyond what they're actually asking for in the last 5 days. That's what they got, right? Rancor, we know the story.
The
Sky Striker
was the stretch goals, right? Like
that
blue line.
Do you have the Ghostbusters on there?
I don't have it on this chart, but I do have it down here.
And you don't have Cookie Monster.
Now, did they?
Well, Cookie Monster
fucking talks about Cookie Monster. Fuck them.
They didn't fund.
Ryan, do you remember off the top of your head, did the Razor Crest fund before or after they blew that shit up in the show?
Razor Crest funded in 2 days.
No, I'm saying, did it fund before the show?
Yeah, well before.
Well before they blew it up in the show.
Looks like the Sentinel price is cooling down on the aftermarket, according to Paul.
Well, what it is so many fucking people bought them. Those things are big, and there were so many people who bought 5 of those Sentinels that were the max. And obviously, you had some people who, you know, bought them for resale value. And I think some people were like, "What the fuck? I got no room for one. Why did I buy 5?" You know, like I can't keep these. Yeah. And so the market is flooded with those Sentinels. Okay. Check back in 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah. Should it be normal price or will it?
No. That's when you'll see the. That's when you'll see the spike again.
Well, who the fuck gonna sit on them big ass boxes for 3 fucking years?
Some people will.
Better go get a storage unit.
People are low on that price because they go put gas in their cars, man.
Exactly. So now, like, if you want one, now's the time. And if you're still don't got one, to get one,
now's the time.
Don't wait 3 years from now.
Price.
You know, and like Brink said, when that, you know, I remember when the Sailbard was coming on, people were like, "Oh, they'll reissue this later." Like nobody really believed. It's Hasbro. Nobody trusted them not to reissue it or put it out in stores, you know. And so far, they've kept to their word, like a one and done thing. So yeah, now you know.
Ralphie, don't pump his head up, man.
What did Ralphie say?
He said, "Speak on that, O Father of Knowledge." Talking to
you. He's afraid his Galactus is going to be worthless.
Yeah.
You know, Galactus. Funny thing that campaign was going on right at the time that the Sentinels were finally starting to come in hand, or was it ending right before they were coming in hand? And then all of a sudden, the Sentinels, like, you know, with the knee,
people were complaining about the knees being weak, no ratchets in the knees.
I guess so.
You know what's surprised? Was that Sister with Voices? Was that Sister with Voices in that one?
That's SWV, maybe.
Yeah. I'm surprised with the Galactus. I haven't seen anybody like making the 3D prints of the thrones or anything, trying to build a throne up for them.
Well, dude, that thing is. I think people need to get it in hand first to make sure they'll get the dimensions right. Yeah. You don't know how this thing's going to sit, really. You know, like I think if someone jumped the gun and tried to do a 3D print of that now, they might oh shit, this shit, my 3D printing going to work.
So how does DNA and all these fucking companies make upgrades for these Transformers that ain't out yet?
Because they see them over in China before we.
Yeah, they got them already.
They got it passing each other behind their backs.
That lunch bag special, they got one over there.
Everybody's passing around each other's shit over there.
It's funny. It's funny that you mentioned the throne, because I remember I was talking to Bobby about the Galactus after I saw the video. I was asking him some stuff. The first thing he asked me is like, "Does it look like it could sit?" And I'm like, "Wow, that's the weirdest first question."
No, you want to put Galactus in the throne.
Well, I guess it just goes to show how much of a casual I am. I had no idea.
Look how tall he's going to be. He's going to be taller than these
Galactus and thrones.
I mean, same thing.
He has
same
that
thing
floating
with
chair ship thing. It's a whole
same thing with a master mold. You know, if you use the Sentinel with the master mold head,
gotta be sitting down.
You'd want it sitting down. And it's funny that you mentioned that. I don't think I've seen any.
Nope. If you ain't sitting down, you're doing it wrong.
I don't know if that thing can sit right, actually, to be honest with you.
I'm gonna name my master mold Dom.
The Galactus.
No, the Sentinel. I've never tried to put it in an actual sitting
Like a
position.
sitting pose, yeah.
No. And yes, I feel like the knee should have had ratchets, but mine has not fucking budged an inch since I put it up on the shelf.
Yeah.
So,
but if people are trying to get dynamic,
the arms hold. I mean, it holds. Mine's holds. It's not just in a simple A stance. It's holding. It's been holding a figure in its right and its left arm for fucking almost. When did it come out? September last year is when we got it.
Yeah.
His arm's sticking out, holding the robe since then. So hasn't budged an inch.
Yeah, I mean, I think
so.
from
I'll
a
give it the
factory
credit.
perspective,
Yeah,
people just didn't tighten that screw. That's all. That's all. Didn't have enough torque on that wrench.
Well,
still should add ratchets. Something that big.
It still should have. I agree, but
torque it.
you know, we'll see what this is looking like 2 years down the road. You know, is this still going to be sturdy? We'll see.
Which company do you think is going to start making the upgrade knee kits for that Sentinel? That's what I'm.
They should have done it. I figured they would. This thing's been out. You would have heard something by now. I would have hoped.
Surprise, right? Yeah, if it's
But-
a real issue. Yeah. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see.
They're going to wait
And
till it starts to fail on people. Then they'll start doing it.
Well, the knees, if I remember correctly, when I saw someone take it apart, it's not like the knees can be replaced. It's I don't know. To be honest, the knees actually went together a lot like this G1 Prime, if I remember correctly. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
But
I haven't messed with a G1 Prime in a long time.
Not all of us are as cool as
well, remember those Walmart ones that were just the cab for $50?
Yeah.
You can buy them online now, like at TF stores for like $75 or some shit.
Oh my God.
$60. Yeah, $60 I think it was.
I'd prefer it for 10 or 15.
Yeah.
If possible.
I want an 80s toy for 80s prices, man.
Nostalgia doesn't hit that hard. I got my modern
prices. They're gonna make me pay modern prices.
You know, so well, good discussion on the HasLab thing, man. Like, I mean, I think it was just a pretty shocking reveal, just to kind of get it thrown out there like that, like unexpectedly. But people,
I think it actually. I don't think that was the plan. I don't know how Hasbro fucked that up, but
yeah, somebody fucked up in a button. Somebody pushed the button and fucked up.
Well, you said they have the live stream tomorrow, so maybe they're supposed to have it in the background waiting so that they can pop it on everybody in the live stream. And
or something. It would have been. I'm assuming it would have been announced tomorrow during the live stream. But someone got fired today.
So
or they got a promotion. One of those two things happened.
Maybe because now everybody's hype. If
everybody's hype, but you know what? What else is not knowing anything about it? All we're seeing is a blue HISS tank and a price.
Yeah, so now blue HISS tank is the old one. That's
the old one.
That's the old picture.
But that's what you're seeing. But that's what I'm saying. That's the only thing we're seeing about it is that picture with a blue HISS tank, which ain't the right HISS tank, and a price point. So. And a lot of people complaining about the price point. So it's now 24 hours of bad publicity.
But not totally though, because like I said, I saw people.
No, not totally.
Like this is gonna fund easy. This is gonna fucking fund no problem. So I'm like, okay, we'll see.
And it's how they frame this screenshot on hisstank.com. Like this is Megatron here. This is the HISS tank that's already available, and then here you see this is a broken picture link. So there should have been a picture in this square that just didn't load because the website's not ready yet. So, but it is a misconception because people immediately look at this and be like, "That's the wrong one."
That's the wrong one.
Exactly.
That's blue.
That's the Generation 3.
Now, what if this is all bullshit? And they did it on purpose, and tomorrow is something totally different.
That'd be funny as fuck. Better be the Triple T. I'm be mad.
See, I still think that they should have went with the Triple T.
They just put Slaughter out. That'd be a perfect.
With the big hype that they did with Slaughter, would have been perfect timing. Yep. But maybe they felt this would sell more, and like we said, this has army building capability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know about y'all's GI Joes, but all my GI Joes took time driving each other's vehicles. So you can army build a triple T if you want to. Put everybody in their own triple T. Go all what's her face? Oprah on everybody. Like, you get a triple T, and you get a triple T, and you get a triple T. I'll have a Thundercat and a triple T. I do what I want with my stuff.
I think when they release that Sergeant Slaughter, you should come with one.
This is the Instagram from that Emily that does the live streams. She actually posted this today, so I don't think it's a joke.
Oh well, I don't think so either. But I'm just saying, like, haha. Imagine if it was them just fuck with everybody.
Yeah.
I would love them for it, just for fucking trolling the entire internet. Would have been great.
That if it turns out that that's what it is, then kudos to them.
Exactly.
I love a good trolling.
Imagine all the hate mail they'd get for that troll. Oh,
I love a good joke.
Everybody that says they didn't want a Hiss tank will be sending them hate mail saying how they wanted that Hiss tank.
It's Serpentor and his throne.
Stretch goal number 10.
Yeah. Globulos.
All right. Well, good discussion, guys. Let's wrap up the live portion of this. Of course, we always continue unbroadcasted into the wee hours of the morning. So as I said earlier, the link is in the Realm Collectors Facebook group. Just hop in, join us, and we could still bullshit about this just offline and stuff. With that said, let's go around the yard one more time.
Whoa.
What?
Don't we have something to promote for next time?
Oh shoot, that's right. Well, listen, I was getting there.
Okay.
He was going to do it after he went around the yard.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
I got your back, Jose.
Yes, thank you.
Milkshake brings little boys to the yard.
And card subject to change on that one, you know what I'm saying? But hopefully not. So, Brian, I'll start with you, bro.
At Brinkalizer on Instagram, in the Realm Facebook group. Thank you again, everybody, for attending our 7-year Realm of Collectors anniversary celebration.
Oh, yeah, great show last night, guys.
Congratulations.
Super fun.
Again. Yeah.
Super fun. I was up to the wee hours just, going through the stream. Rewatching some of the parts. It was good. And tomorrow is figure banging, I believe.
Yes.
So I suspect it's going to be a 4-wheel drive vehicle of some sort. So perhaps we shall see.
You're going to have to take it out back and break it.
That's right.
All right, JD.
You can find me Pigment Surgery on Instagram and Xbox Live. You can find me at Shelf Gravy. And yeah, here on this channel. Various nights of the week. Well, Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Yep. Awesome, man. Thank you. Dom.
Thank you.
I'm here Tuesday nights with you guys, and on Facebook, Dominic Grasso. And take care, guys. Yeah, have a great show. Thanks.
Fucking Dom was fucking sleeping tonight. E Prime, what's up, dude?
What's up? You guys can find me on Facebook, Eric Espada. I'm on Instagram, EE202020, and I'll plug the Xbox through EE20 on Xbox.
Whoa.
Yeah. What's your PSN, son?
Xbox
He's a snob. He don't have one.
No, I do actually don't know it. I have a PS4. I don't got a 5 yet. It's probably the same thing, EE20, to be honest.
I'll look for you. I'll look for you, see if it comes up. All right, and Ricky.
What's going on? You can find me, Ricky Bischoff, in the groups. You can find me on Now You Made It Awkward podcast that I do with Shoki and Mike on just the audio ones. And you can find me on PlayStation or Xbox, and they're both Ricky and Ocala, all one word. Boom.
Whoa.
Nice. Sweet.
Yeah, just give them your name, where you live. Why don't you just put your social security number there also, buddy?
I got guns, bro. Let them come for it. This ain't my own collection. These just toys back there.
All right. And as for myself, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that Harrick and BX. Mondays with Enter the Realm here every single Tuesday night. and Verbally Challenged with Hurricane BX on all audio platforms. Thank you guys. Chat Squad is awesome. Next week we will be having a special guest, unless anything might change, but we do expect to have one of the sculptors of the Savage Crucible line here for an interview.
Nice.
Sculptor Nick Whitmore. You know what I'm saying?
So for your beard, JD.
yes. Dude's beard game is strong. So hoping to have Nick Whitmore here next week. It should be an awesome interview, just like we did with William Robert Post, who's the creator of the Savage Crucible line. And also, I did see on their social media, Savage Crucible, I believe, on Instagram. They did say that the digital comic book, 56 pages, is going to be available later this week on the website. So I don't know if it's something you have to pay for, whatever, but it's going to be available. And they did say to look out for like an early special access code, you know what I'm saying? So pay attention to Savage Crucible's social media for all the updates on that. Their comic book is definitely coming out this week from what I saw. So
that line looks so good.
It looks awesome. It looks awesome. And the comic book's probably going to go a long way as far as like letting you know the lore of the figures. You know what I'm saying? So something to keep an eye on. The sculptor, which we've seen a lot of the sculpts so far from some of those figures. Awesome work. I've been looking at this guy's work. He looks like he's pretty incredible. So
he's done a lot of different stuff too.
Yeah. So very much looking forward to having him here next week, guys. So definitely tune in for that and spread the word if you can. We'd really, really appreciate that. So with that said, I think that's it, right?
Having me on.
Yeah, I just want to mention Snake Eyes, that movie. It's no longer on HBO Max, but Amazon has it now.
Amazon.
Free on Amazon.
I still haven't watched it.
Free on Amazon Prime?
Yep, Prime included with Prime.
Included with Prime. All right, sweet. All right. Awesome, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Everybody watching and listening, we love you, appreciate you. Everybody in the chat squad, thank you for hanging out tonight. Love you and appreciate you. Please join us next week. And until then, take care, stay safe.
Peace.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
I'm gonna leave you with a special message from Jeremy B. Apparently, he got hacked, and as we did earlier in the show, and he's got a little message for you guys. So, listen in.
It's still us.
Way to go to have that.
Me, Jerry.
I don't know what this is. You guys just get hacked again playing it?
Announcement to one, the Realm Hatton project. All right. Like, I'll give you guys credit. I got hacked, you see, and these guys posted all this video, doom and gloom all over my Facebooks, and it was funny. It's some of the group, like Great Aunt Mary Lou, her Gin Rummy group. That was funny. Okay. All of my private chats regarding the Get Along Gang, classic stuff. And hey, man, I've been a good sport this whole time. You guys invade Monday nights, and it's spooky and scary and crazy, and I hide under the desk, and everybody has a good time. Good times. You guys, if you're anything, you're an effective annoyance. But here's the thing. You took it a step too far. Just one little step. You sent that shit to my HOA group. All of the parent group chats of my kids' friends. If you've met me, you know that I'm already on thin ice with these people. So this was not a good situation for me. You're affecting my personal life. You went a step too far. And so far, all you've been is an effective annoyance. So when are you going to do something? Either elevate your game or get off the court. I'm throwing the gauntlet down. Do something. When are you going to do something?
Say it with me now. Really?